Hello, nice to meet you guys. My name is Hyung Choi from South Korea. I'm a lecturer in FAT University in south part of Jeddah. I'm teaching animation, and the workshop is about infographic things. So before we start, we just watch one great infographic animation, then we conversation about this.
And national security. Look a little closer, even right down the street. The crisis that's at the heart of our country is in our schools. Out of 28 reporting developed countries, American students rank 20th in graduation rates. While we were once pioneers in public education, now we've fallen behind. The key to solving all of these problems rests on solving one thing first: education. And the stakes are higher than we think. Here is Ms. Robinson. She has 32 students in her class. These kids are the future of our country. But in order to reach their full potential, they need a great education. In America right now, a kid drops out of high school every 26 seconds. That's 3 by the end of this video, and 1.2 million a year. These dropouts are 8 times more likely to go to prison, 50% less likely to vote, more likely to need social welfare assistance, not eligible for 90% of new jobs, are being paid 40 cents to the dollar earned by a college graduate, and continuing the cycle of poverty. This is a frightening picture, but it doesn't have to be. When we change the odds, here's what it looks like.
Okay, this is kind of infographic things, as you know. Okay. Infographic means information and graphics. So it's very different from the typical animation. They're just using the form of animation. It's not actually made for animation. That's just using a form. Their main purpose is giving an information. So the information part, we need gathering information, which is fact, not a story. So like film, animation, we write a story and develop story. But here, we're just gathering information, which is fact. Then we process the information. Processing is not changing the value. We're just trying to simplify and make someone understandable. So graphic part, just we try to make information to visual form of art. We need design, layout, some iconography, color, typography, so many things. So infographic is kind of composite art, everything. Everything about design, everything about information, even everything about the filming things like sound, visual. But the main purpose is something specific, intuitive, understandable information to the audience. Like 80s and 90s, we're reading newspapers and watching TV news, something. But actually only few of them using graphical things for the information. But now, changed. Even on the web, they're using the infographic visual and also some interactive website. Even watching Vimeo animation, there's millions of infographic animation on video, Vimeo, YouTube, everywhere. Because now there's too much information. Like 80s, 90s, we just reading a couple of newspapers. We know everything. We know every word. But now we have no time, and the mass of information is getting increased. So we need to read something very attractive one, something interested, something I like. So infographic makes information more attractive because it hooks the people visually. It's a nice color, nice layout, nice icon, typo. And the other thing is maybe most important one. Now we're living in internet generation, and most of you, the young people, are internet generation. It's very different from your parents' age. The most important part is that you are lazy. Something long text, you don't even try to read. It's boring. Yeah. So maybe our parents' age, they reading whole newspaper from start to the end because they have time to read and they enjoy reading because only book and newspapers to read, nothing more. But now, too much information. So we need, and we are busier than before. We have to do a lot of things. We need to check our Facebook account, Instagram, WhatsApp, and then Snapchat, whatever. It's all useless, but we share time to do this. So basically, some people really need given information to people, but generation now is lazy to read. So infographic is very useful for this generation. This is some kind of examples of infographic. It's not animation, it's just image. But showing the process of camera take images and your smartphone response by your touch. It's more, if we teach how the camera take image, maybe we need a lot of lessons and boring things. But only the visual, the camera looks awesome, very cute, has wonderful colors. So at least people want to see things, even though you don't interested in camera. If you see this image, you are interested in. And the mobile phone, everybody have a mobile phone. How is it react by touch? Okay, the signals and blah, blah, blah. So it's very technical, kind of boring knowledge, just giving very simple and clear information. And another one, maybe as evolution of Superman things. So if we try to give some information about some young kids, actually Superman was in, which is 1934 things, and we cannot explain them how the Superman's look develop, look change, how it's different. But this infographic shows everything in one site. And the other ones, Coca-Cola is a very controversial drink. So what happened 1 hour after drinking a can of Coke? So maybe some people may not interested in, but if this visual and good layout, like first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, blah, 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 people interested in because everyone drinks Coke. Then, oh, what happened? So even this kind of thing is out of their interest, but the layout and typography and things make it attraction from them. They want to read it because they don't care about Coke, but they drink Coke. So the image showing some information. Oh, okay, I'm gonna read it. Then they know something. So this kind of is a not very active education, passive one, but it's very efficient kind of. You can make interest from anyone. This is famous Marvel things, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk. So they compare them in one side, like we every time watch movies of them, but they're showing their difference in a chart. Maybe kids really like it, and the other way, this is resume, CV from one designer. He's showing his skills as graphical things, InDesign, Photoshop, After Effects, some kind of thing. So it may be very boring if he write, I'm very good at InDesign and Illustrator, kind of fluent at Photoshop, and I can use Flash and After Effects things. No one read it. But if he's showing with the graphic, very attractive, and also is showing his performance as a designer. So everything's clear. Even he showing his interest as an iconography and a contact. It's a very clear layout. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you some thing. This is a website why your brain craves infographic. Actually, that's the thing we want, and they make whole site as a infographic way. So something's interactive. Yeah, even he said the use of visualized information has increased. So 9,900% more than 2007. And yeah, it's not about content, but you know, see this kind of layout is showing more informative. So this kind of thing, like it's interesting. Rate of understanding for labels with text only 70%, text and picture 95%. People following directions with the text and illustration do 323% better than people following direction without illustration. So infographic is officially confirmed is most useful to make understanding people more persuasive, easier to recall, infographics, blah blah blah. And I show another one I'm using in my class. There's a history of animation things. But if you teach history, it's very boring topic. Only some of you interested, even if you learn Arabic history or something. It's your story, but everybody is boring with the history. But they make something very interesting way. Some text, early ways of showing motions, BC 3000, something like this. Animation before films. So some kind of animation, ancient way of animation things. The silent era without sound things. And next. So it's very clean layout with a clear text, with the images and the Walt Disney things. And some information, the 7 Emmy Awards, 22 Academy Awards, 19 feature animation. So this is a website, but it's a part of an infographic. And this is my favorite part in painting like this. And with the background. Things. American television, Flintstones, Yogi Bear. Pink Panther. Oh, it's haram. And modern American era. So it's Simpsons. And it's easy to compare the old Simpsons and new Simpsons. Have a plastic surgery. Characters, you know. This is it's a long story about history, but with some images and some text and the layout, they make a very interesting way. So this is power of infographic. So even though my students don't interested in history, they actually want to learn something, they want to watch some new films. But with this site, they're very interested in. Also, another one. This is a wind map in the United States. So, like every news after the main news, there's a weather news. They're showing the highest temperature, lowest temperature, maybe raining or windy somewhere, blah, blah, blah. But this is only information of wind. But without any text, you will see which parties have strong wind, which is not. And this is a real-time one, so it changes every time. And here some legends. So white part is a stronger wind. So you can easily see the difference in wind map. So this is a kind of infographic. It's an interactive one. So generally, infographic is focused on telling information. So graphical things, animation thing is only the way they express. So like the workshop of this thing is, some say is art of infographic or making infographic. Anyway, this is impossible to teach infographic in a couple of hours because it's all about mixture of design and how to handle the information and layout and also the animation. So now, like decades ago, we only use some images, but now everybody trying to use video with infographic because they can give multiple information. Image is only one. So if you're trying to give more information, image is like long way. It's also boring, like we have a lot of text things. So like, as we see, some simple, clean image will make interest from people. But a lot of images are again, it's the same. They don't want to see. But video is more interesting. It's animation. We can use some humor, some nice animation techniques. And also, with image, we can read some text, but we can do with a narration. So it's less boring, and also visual impression. The good thing with animation is we can take humans' interest all the time, like some animation for kids. Like I don't know if you know about Pororo or some glass penguin things. Like adults watching some animation. Okay, it's for kids. Okay, some kind of funny things. But kids it's kind of drug. They are focused on animation for half an hour without any distraction. Every kid watching their animation half an hour without anything. So animation has some visual impression, you know. And also, if the infographic topic is your interest, maybe you can watch maybe 5-minute, 10-minute animation without any distraction. So this is the power of a video. So infographic is, yeah, it's very hard to say in short period. So we may watch some other good infographic videos. Now infographic is used by a company kind of promoting the company things. This is one Korean company promoting their success. Will be interesting.
자랑스러운 대한민국의 수출 이야기.
Okay. We can wait maybe. Yeah, it's fine.
자랑스러운 대한민국의 수출 이야기. 불의 원유를 도입해서 석유 제품으로 만들어 다시 수출하는 비중은 245억불에 해당되는 83%나 됩니다. GS 칼텍스는 매년 꾸준히 수출 비중이 늘어났고 2012년 매출 중 수출이 차지하는 비중은 무려 66%입니다. 그래서 2012년 무역의 날 수출 250억불을 달성하며 최고 수출탑을 수상하였습니다. 그렇다면 250억 불면은 무엇을 할 수 있을까요? 자동차 한 대가 지구 50만 바퀴를 돌 만큼 기름을 넣을 수 있고 우리나라 모든 대학생이 4년간 학교에 다닐 수 있습니다. 또한 대한민국 모든 가구가 따뜻한 겨울을 보낼 수 있고 전국 모든 독거노인이 세끼 모두 배불리 먹을 수 있습니다. 15년 동안이나 GS 칼텍스의 휘발유는 전 세계 스펙에 맞춘 최고의 친환경, 고품질 휘발유입니다. 수출 효자 상품인 석유 및 석유화학 제품, 그 선두에 GS 칼텍스가 있습니다.
Yeah, you may don't understand anything, but this company is they import oil, maybe from your country, then they processing things and then they sell to the other countries. So this kind of thing is very helpful when they are hiring some young generation, like showing them. So they showing their history, how they developed, how they're getting bigger, and what they do, and how much profit. So come to our company to work with us, kind of things. If you just trying to hire people on the web or something, you need to explain many things by text. It's very hard. Even there's too much text, young generation don't read. So your company losing chance. But this kind of animation is more efficient. Everybody watching it, easy to understand, because it's some important part of your company things. Another interesting one. It's very short, but showing some part of history of the world. Okay. Is any actual student here? No. So I'm also interested in you, so why you take this course, this workshop. What do you want to get from here?
I am in charge of my duty at media administration. And we get now start to use infographic to promote specific things.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to get that.
Okay. So good infographic needs good designer, and also someone handling information. So something like which is important, which is not. So if you're trying to express everything, it's going to be wrong way. Just remove things on the basic main one, and you can trust your designer and make them do something like with icon, typo, blah blah blah. And also the design thing is not very difficult for this, because information is the main one. So the other part will be very simple and tidy. So generally you saw few things, not very actual detail or something. So everything is simple color, some simple shape. I'll show you one student from my university. This is a student's work. This will be the answers, how to deal with the things. This is Arabic, so I don't understand, but you may understand it.
بدأ الانتشار به العامة عام 1999 ميلادية. ظهرت كمان ألعاب الفيديو والألعاب الرقمية. ماريو. انتشار الهواتف والأجهزة الذكية غير معايير العالم الافتراضي تماما. عام 2013 وصل عدد مستخدمي الواتساب ل 22% من السكان السعوديين، وفيسبوك ل 21%، تويتر ل 19%، وانستغرام ل 13%. يوتيوب لوحدها تجيب 90 مليون مشاهدة سعودية في اليوم. ويا سلامي عليكم يا السعودية. الناس صارت تعشق تصميم لحظاتها المميزة. سناب شات صار بمتناول كل فرد، صور يوميات، سفريات، وحتى أشياء عشوائية. التواصل الافتراضي صار أسهل، كلنا نقدر نوصل بعض في ضغطة زر. الجوال ما حيفارقك حتى لما تيجي تذاكر. العالم الافتراضي صار أسهل، تقدر تبني عالم خاص فيك، تمتلك بيت، سيارة، وتختار الشخصية اللي تناسبك، وتكون الأصدقاء اللي تلقاهم حواليك. كلنا صرنا مجتمعين في شبكة واحدة، نتواصل ونتعارف ونشارك لحظاتنا.
So this is one of my best student work.
I want to ask about the sound effect that's used in infographic videos. From where can I get it?
Sound is a very tricky one. You can buy from musician. Also, if somebody can do it yourself.
Not music, the sound effect that's using it.
Sound effect, actually we have sound course, but generally you can record by yourself or you can buy it. Also, you can find some free source of sound on the web. There's actually a lot. But if you want some specific kind of sound, the best way is you record by yourself as license free. And the sound license is a very tricky one. So if you're using some commercial thing without any license, it's gonna be big trouble. And another good way of infography on the web or YouTube, something, you just upload it, your image or video on somewhere. It lasts forever. Like a newspaper, like we don't have any 60s newspaper, maybe only in museum or somewhere. Newspaper, like after 2-3 days, it's rubbish. No one trying to read it. But this kind of thing on the web lasts forever. So if you have some kind of advertisement on the newspaper only one day, after that day is gone, no one can find your advertisement. But now we are living in 21st century, everything's archived on the web. This is a great thing. Even it's out of the topic, but I always say to my students, back up your data every time. Your laptop can die in any time. You can lose your things anytime. I have experience of losing my hard drive. It's catastrophe. Yes. Okay, so it's better to, if somebody have a question, then I can answer in some practical way, anything. It's very different from my students. They are very noisy. And okay, so I think now you get the basic idea of infographic things. So if anyone have some business or work.
I don't know, I make a story or I make an animation for myself, but I lost them because the files in my computer.
Infographic, we need computers.
Yes.
And generally we use software, After Effects, generally. Some people use Flash, but After Effects is the most popular one for this kind of animation. Then, yeah, you said story. Story is kind of processing the information. We need to choose some main information. Then you make storytelling with that one. This is maybe designer's part or the director's part. But if you have information itself, then you need to figure it out which is important, which is not. That is your part. Then you can hire somebody, then give you a job. Or if you want to do it, you need to learn After Effects. It's not very difficult. And even the infographic animation using only small part of a feature of After Effects. So even you can learn very easily, like, okay, even I'll show you. This is a video copilot. It's a very famous After Effects web page. Now they are a bit changed. They're trying to sell their plugin something, but you can go to tutorial section. Hundreds of After Effects tutorials. So it's very. He explained very easy way, so you can do whatever. Actually, I learned After Effects from this site. A lot of things, and you can see here After Effects basics. And also very usual title design things, and even just watch a couple of things, you know how to deal with After Effects. Then it's easy to make infographic animation. But it's part of design, so you need some kind of design sense. Yeah. Okay. So is there anyone doing designer or design students or?
Design, interior design.
interior design. Which university? King Abdulaziz. It's a huge one. Yeah, FR is so small. So. Okay, so any question?
If I need to use infograph with real video.
Real live action with the infographic. Okay, if you're just trying to shoot real live action things, there's too much details even in this room, the texture of the wall and the things. This kind of distracts the focus. So audience is losing the way, which is real information. So you may instruct them on the green screen. So only you are here, and you can use background as some informations. That kind of way is pretty nice, but don't try to do the real shot kind of thing. If you really want to do, you try to find some studio. It's very clean and tidy background things, because human eye is very tricky. If there's some kind of details, we're trying to watch it. So your information is gone. So that's why every video trying to find is neat and tidy. So cleaner means we can focus on information. If it's more detailed, like we can do infographic with Hollywood movie kind of things. People only focus on the visual. Wow, this quality of this. Yeah, forget about information. So if you want to do the real live action, I highly recommend with the green screen, and you do this, and yeah, much better. If you use a real one, is maybe you can explain better, but it's not very informative. Actually, audience, maybe if you're very good looking, maybe see his face is so looking good, handsome. So everything is distracting. So like real human, he wears something. So what is it? It's Zara or something. It's they're interested in your clothes, your glass, or your outlook. So it's much better to do with the whole graphical thing. So only narrative is the best way. But you can do it with a green screen. And like if you have a business, I'm the CEO of this company and blah, blah, blah. It's more, yeah, it can give more humanity, but not very informative. I'm very uncomfortable here because I don't like being filmed here, camera. Anyway.
Turn the camera.
Yeah.
Switch it off.
No, it's fine. even in the university, the students film me. I just walking. Some students film me like this.
I see.
Asian. Oh. It's kind of funny story. At the first day in the university, I just went out and go to the restaurant, and when I opened the restaurant door, I came in, maybe 40, 50 students having lunch. They saw me at once. And some students trying to do something, and I do. Some brave one just coming to me and then like this. But now they know me, so.
I have experience in my work. I do a little scenario for infograph.
Uh-huh.
And we have not a professional designer, and he do infographic or video infographic. And I can show you if you don't mind.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Please. You can type here. Yeah. Type now.
It's calling.
Yes.
Oh, it's in Arabic.
Ah, Arabic. I have no Arabic.
If you have an email, I can say this.
Ah, okay. Here.
Excuse me. Do you have any project?
My projects are not on this laptop.
Any project?
Any project. I only prepare from one student work and some interesting things on Vimeo. There's a lot, but there's nothing on my personal project. I can show my own films, not infographic.
Okay.
Really? Okay. All right. Only 5-minute things I can show you.
What's program?
I'm generally using 3D things. So 3D, I'm using Maya. Maya is my main tool. Maya, yeah.
How will you spell Maya?
M-A-Y-A. Y-A.
That website you are
Yeah, this one, yeah.
website.
Website?
Okay, Maya.
Yeah, Maya.
Is it Maya?
Yeah, Maya.
Okay.
You don't have any project, huh? Any open project?
Yeah, it's some things I cannot show because of the company work. I cannot showing on public. So. Okay, I'm gonna show my. Okay.
No, just just wanna ask you about the cinema.
Cinema 4D, yeah, there's great software.
Or Maya.
It's nothing is better than anyone. It's nowadays whole software levels are very high. Yes, it doesn't matter which software you use. I'm comfortable with Maya, that's what I'm using. Some people are using Max or Cinema 4D. So
Same, maybe.
Yeah.
Better. Same.
yeah. For many Mac users using Cinema 4D because it's a more Mac-friendly software.
Which one?
Cinema 4D, yeah.
More what?
Mac-friendly one.
Friendly.
Yeah.
I think cinema 4D it's better, not better, but in the graphic exactly.
Yes. Cinema 4D have a feature with play with the music. So you like make many boxes like this and play music. They can automatically moving kind of thing.
I have a question. Maya, like make anime
Mhm.
in 3D.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Maya is using most of animation company and visual effect company. It's an industry standard kind of.
Okay.
So Maya is a very big software, modeling, texturing, rigging, animation, even some effect, particles, dynamics, everything in one package. So, but for this kind of animation, something you want, maybe you can learn some institution in 6 months. Maybe you can handle it by yourself. Okay, so, okay.